This is the Tanami Gold Mine, about 550 kilometres northwest of Alice Springs. Each year, it produces around 400,000 ounces, or more than 11,000 kilograms, of gold. But production is set to dramatically increase with the construction of a new hoist to pull up ore from underground.
This shaft is designed to produce 3.8 million tonnes a year. At the moment, the mine with its truck haulage system produces 2.7 million tonnes a year, so we're going to gain an extra million tonnes a year. That's significantly reduced operating costs to Newmont mining.
Top of that.
Over the top of that.
Grant Brinkman is responsible for the mine's expansion. His employer, global gold miner Newmont Corporation, is increasing production because gold is hot right now. Prices have been climbing over the past year and sit at or near record highs. The expansion includes the development of a mechanised underground crushing system, so up to 28 tonnes of crushed ore per skip can be hoisted to the surface using the shaft. The new haulage system will save a lot of time.
The existing truck haulage system, trucks take about a 3-hour return trip to drive underground, pick up a load of rock and come back. This shaft system behind me, you'll see it can hoist the equivalent amount of rock in the space of about 2.5 minutes.
The shaft structure is hard to miss. It's 1.5 kilometres long, jutting 84 metres out of the ground. The company says the hoist will be the deepest production shaft in Australia. Construction in the middle of the vast Tanami Desert is challenging. Getting people and materials to and from the site is expensive and time-consuming. The main access route to the mine is being sealed, but there are still hundreds of kilometres of rough, corrugated dirt before you reach the front gates. The climate's harsh, and then there's the outback pests, heavy flooding rains, hail, massive dust storms and bushfires. In 2023, a huge fire swept through the Tanami Desert, burning for weeks and getting extremely close to the mine. Mining stopped. More than 100 workers put down their tools to fight the fires, and several planes were unable to land because of smoke.
And the fire went all the way up to those mounds at the back?
In close, it'll burn around those mountains at the back and come in right in close to the buildings here, to the back where it actually damaged those dome shelters and stuff that you see there.
Oh, really? Did they melt?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
The expansion is a huge undertaking, and it comes with a matching huge price tag.
With the challenges and stuff we've had to date, we're currently sitting around 2.3 billion Australian on this project.
But Newmont says the investment is worth it and expects the project to be complete by late 2026. Miners rise early at Twin Hill Village, where fly-in, fly-out workers live during their swing on site. Each morning they board a bus to go to work. For some, the slither of sun peeping above the horizon might be the only natural light they see for the day before they head into subterranean darkness for their 12-hour shift. Work begins with a safety briefing.
We're truckies, you guys are truckies, right? You know the decline better than anybody else. With that two-way traffic, it is chaos, we know that. Can you help out the LVs?
Suzanne Burke from Bribie Island near Brisbane used to be a real estate agent. She'd changed careers in her 40s to become an underground haulage supervisor. She says the change gave her a better work-life balance.
People are working out that once you're in and you can build such a great career and you actually really get looked after. Yeah, the hours are long, but you know that coming in, okay? You also get quality time when you go home. So when you go home, you switch off.
Her favourite part of the job is mentoring and training truck drivers, then watching them rise through the ranks.
I love that. I love that my truckies are moving up into different roles. Sad for me because they're my most experienced truckies. So sad for me because I lose that, but so happy for them that they've done such a great job that I've now recommended them for another role, or they've put in for another role and got it.
Trucks and other huge machines need to be manoeuvred through narrow tunnels and into underground caves. Deep holes are drilled into rock walls for explosives to crack open tons of stony earth. Short, stout machines, called boggers, lift and move huge piles of broken rocks onto trucks for carting to the surface. Despite her love for working underground, Ms. Burke is well aware of its risks, especially when there's so much machinery at work.
It's scary at first, but then you become very adept at it and aware of your surroundings as much as possible. The majority of the trucks have majority blind spots, right? So your focus is in front at the windscreen, out one little side mirror, and then your reversing camera. And that is all that you can see. So you're very reliant on knowing where people are around you.
The roads underground here are quite dark. There's lots of sharp corners and they're not very wide, so there's lots of congestion on the road. So when that shaft is finished, it's going to be more efficient and safe for those people working here.
Back on the surface, new technology is also being used to increase the mine's efficiency. MineStar is a fleet control system, recording everything that happens underground, from flat tyres to truck loading times to machine movements. The system enhances data accuracy and automates data capture to increase safety.
We have a lot more visibility now underground, which is a really big thing about our system, is that you have visibility, which you didn't have before. So we can see exactly where all of our trucks and all our machinery are when they're in areas of coverage. So it will come up with where their last waypoint was, how long it's going to take them to get to the surface, and we have a bit more information around that. And if we actually need to find people, we're able to search where they are.
MineStar builder Rochelle Pattermore says the new technology is improving the accuracy and speed of data entry.
Copy that, thank you.
The mine runs around the clock, so there's a lot of data to be tracked. The control room could manually log data from up to 3,000 radio calls each day.
That's a lot. I think in order to, if we were able to reduce it, that's going to give us a little bit more time in here. It reduces a lot of the pressure off of the controller, and it allows us to look at other ways that we can improve and the benefits from that. So it'll give us a bit more time to look at different areas that we could probably improve and little efficiency, things like that.
Ms. Pattermore says the technology is a step towards an autonomous mine.
But it's been challenging and it's new to everyone, and we didn't know what challenges we'd find. We're continually finding them, but we're continually improving it. And it's been really cool. It's an amazing opportunity to be a part of something from the start and to see it develop and to see it grow.
So that's how the rock is dug up. But where's the gold?
This is the mill, where the raw ore comes to be turned into gold.
The mill is a huge, noisy 24-hour operation. The trucks bring in large chunks of rock, which are dumped in a hopper and go through a series of processes to smash them up. Steel balls are used to break the rocks into smaller pieces, and once they've been screened to the right size, they're loaded into another hopper and carried to the next process.
And in here, there is more crushing to turn the rocks into a paste. Then a cyanide solution is added to separate the gold from the rock.
The solution is washed through pipes and particles of gold are separated. The leftover rock is stored at a nearby dam awaiting rehabilitation. Across Australia, mining companies in remote places rely heavily on fly-in, fly-out workers. Newmont Tanami is no different, and recruiting skilled workers is an ongoing challenge. But the company is running a program to encourage local Indigenous employment.
It's like you're coming back to the bush again, you know, and taking care of the environment, the country, for the, you know, Indigenous people and for, you know, people that passes through, they can see.
Mia Leckleitner is from Yuendumu, a community 250 kilometres southeast, the closest population to the remote site. She is part of the Yappa crew, Yappa being the Warlpiri word for Aboriginal, which offers on-the-job training for Indigenous people who want to work at the mine. Today, the Yappa crew have been moving soil contaminated by oil and grease, and learning how to drive heavy machinery.
And, you know, reversing, backwards, going forward. It's pretty scary, but once you know, build on top and do it, you know, over and over, you'll get the hang of it, yeah.
For Ms. Leckleitner, the job isn't just an opportunity to learn new skills. Both her parents used to work for Newmont, so she feels a special connection.
It's pretty good, yeah. You know, like, feel like I am making them proud, yeah. And like, because I have a lot of siblings as well, and they sort of, you know, it's like they're looking up to me now.
The Tanami region has a long history of gold exploration, with small-scale mining since the early 1900s. With Newmont's expansion project creeping towards completion, further exploration underway, and gold prices sky high, production's not stopping anytime soon.
The life of mine currently is 40 years, but it still can go beyond that as well.